What is going on, guys? Thank you for checking out another midweek vlog. I'm going to be answering your questions from last week, talking about the past week videos, and talking about my upcoming weekend plans. If you don't want to actually watch this, there's not going to be anything visually exciting. I'm going to be sitting here. I have Allison's laptop. I'm going to be reading the comments there to answer. I just got done with that road to Loretta's, so boom, Pizza Hut, what's up? It's payday, so treating myself a little bit. Allison's at work, and we're gonna get this going. One thing before we start, what I'm recording on right now, what you're seeing, is footage recorded with the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. And yes, I had the Note 7, but hey, they blow up, so exchanged it. So let me know, do you like this video quality? Or do you like the GoPro? The Canon I can't use inside, but I'm gonna have some glimpses of those three cameras used in my real life riding footage. Let me know what you like to see. I should have that like now.
That's a good ride. Good ride.
Alright, so we're going to start off here and go over the videos since last week. So I'm going to do that, then the questions, and then I'll go over next week. But last week was the Supercross, so I started off with going out to Hoppers, and I rode his Supercross track, and I did the video. He almost hit me, where Johnny almost hit me. Getting my feet wet with some Supercross, had some fun out there, and yeah, it was fun to ride a Supercross track and kind of get a little bit of practice in. Next up, I had the crash from the practice on Friday, the Johnny video. That was Wednesday. I think it went up Thursday. At the Supercross, I crashed. I really hurt my sides. For a little bit, I was thinking maybe I cracked a rib. It's not that bad. I definitely bruised a rib, though. I'm still hurting from that quite a bit. Then I had the Friday night practice. You guys really like that. That has 6,995 views as I make this. The next day, I actually raced the Supercross. That has 6,638 views. If you don't watch any other video from last week, that's the one you need to check out. That was a good one. Again, another crash video when I crashed in the first moto. And then I did the full moto videos. So I had a GoPro of Moto 1, a GoPro of Moto 2, third person from Moto 1, third person from Moto 2. Those have just kind of jumbled views. Not a ton of views, but just I wanted them up there in case you wanted to see them. And then just yesterday, on the 12th, well, I guess that was 2 days ago, probably 3 days ago from when you guys see this, I finally posted the Strictly laps from Thunder Valley. Just 15 minutes of me just riding some laps, no voiceover or anything. Just the GoPro and me riding. So that was the past week. Again, if you were going to watch one single video, I would highly recommend the Pikes Peak Supercross race day with DeeO. 37 minutes. Sit down, grab some food, and you will enjoy that. So let's hop in and read the questions. So we had on this video somewhere 67 comments. So we're going to have a lot of questions here. So we're just going to start from the bottom. Now we're here. The first comment was actually Ferd. He tried to write first and he missed the S and hit the D, so F-I-R-D-T. Let's go. Let me scroll up here. Last week I answered a question from a Boobier. He's saying that I didn't pronounce his name right. He said it's all good, but it's like Boobier, but Boobier. It doesn't really make sense when you write it. Anyway. Shane Turner says, DeeO, you're too cool for school, which I said, I sure am, but you aren't. Stay in school, LMAO. Moto Kid 413, do you know how to repack a KX65? No, I don't. Sports Legend 883, if you could ride any track, pro or local, what track would it be? I believe I answered that in the first one. I don't really know. Something like Bud's Creek or Red Bud or Muddy Creek. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. Are you ever going to play Reflex or any MX games again? It's hard to say. I answered that last week. A lot of repeat questions, but I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. What's your opinion on Jesse Nelson? That's dumb. It sucks what happened to Jesse Nelson. What else are you supposed to say? Like, what's my opinion on it? It's an awful situation, but it's part of riding. If I could pick any job in the moto industry, what would it be? It would be doing social media for any brand. Let's just say a brand that I wear, like Inverted. If Inverted got big enough that they needed someone to run their social media account, I would love to be in that position and talk to people who love the product and just post pictures of the product and answer questions, stuff like that. I would love that. Michelle Boyd. Oh, and that was from Ray4. Michelle Boyd, are you and Allison thinking about moving when you get married? No, we're getting married in October, and our lease here is up until June, so we're going to be here at least a while. And then after that, we'll probably look for a house, but we don't want to buy a house until we're like settled with our jobs and stuff. We don't want to buy a house and then move. So really, it just depends on work and where we can get jobs. But if we both have the same jobs, then we might just renew our lease here because we like it here. Is Sora your cat or Allison's cat? Asks Slot Car King. Hey Sora, can you say hey? I think you guys can see her over there. Come here. Poor cat. She was Allison's. Obviously, I've adopted her. I hate when people talk about their cats and pets like they're actual kids, but she came as a package deal with Allison, so they're both pretty awesome. Let's see. What is your thought of 88 Cycle Farm? That's a new track that was supposed to open in Colorado in early September. They didn't have the right licensing stuff or whatever with the county, so they didn't open yet. But I don't know. From what I saw, it looks kind of cool. Be nice to have a new track. What do you think about Hayden Deegan being the youngest kid to backflip a dirt bike? Asked Peter Rothenberg. Cool, man. Good for him. I don't think about it. It was cool to see, but I don't care. That was one thing I saw on Instagram, and then it just like, cool, good for him, and moved on. It doesn't affect me at all. Jake Collis, do you plan on getting a new bike in the future? Sure, in the future, man. The future could be tomorrow. The future could be 15 years. Yeah, I plan on getting a bike sometime in the future. Casey Moore asks about buying a house. I kind of just answered that. Cowie Boy, if you had the money and time, what other hobbies would you be interested in? Maybe something like remote controlled cars. That'd be awesome. I used to have, every kid has remote controlled cars growing up, but if I had a awesome remote controlled car that I could take to the tracks, not dirt bike tracks obviously, but remote controlled car tracks and race those courses, I think that'd be a lot of fun. But just another money sink. Okay. Motocrosser 22. Hey DeeO, if you could travel anywhere, where would you go and why? I would think I would have to go somewhere like France or Italy, and just somewhere where you can just go and appreciate the buildings and the culture, and just somewhere totally different. I wouldn't want to go to North Carolina. It'd be too similar. I'd want to go somewhere overseas. Mike Curtis, who's your favorite old school rider? I only go back as old as McGrath, so I'll say McGrath. I always liked McGrath. He was obviously dominant, but I did a book report on it. Not a book report, but I did a athlete bio on him in elementary school and stuff like that. So definitely McGrath. Lane Duyon. First of all, cool video. My question for you is, what is your dream car / truck? It's always going to be the Ford GT, man. Not a Mustang GT, the Ford GT. Like the original GT40 or the whatever was 2006 GT, and now they're coming out with the 2016 GT. Any of those, man. Any of those GTs. Levi Shones, would you consider BMX racing if you found a track close to you? In parentheses, there's a track in Colorado Springs. That track is like a 6-minute drive from my apartment, man. I used to ride there. I never raced, but I used to ride there. I wouldn't consider BMX racing just because it's another thing to sink money into, but I would like to get another 20-inch BMX bike and go goof around there. I don't think I would like I think it's called a cruiser BMX bike, just like the bigger ones. I would still want a small 20-inch rim BMX bike. But I actually took my mountain bike to the BMX track because I was doing a ride and I went past that school that it's right next to. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen that, but I just rolled over everything. It was kind of fun. CJ Smith 6592. DeeO, what advice do you have for getting back into racing after being out of it for a while? I would need a truck, all the gear again, and a bike, as I haven't raced since I was about 16 and am now 23. I also moved away from home and don't have any friends out here that ride, so I'm straight up starting from square one again, having a hard time pulling the trigger on anything. Well, obviously, you already mentioned everything you need. Bike first off, gear, then a truck. My advice would be just take it easy, man. Just ride for fun. You're 23, so you could either race in the college boy class, or you could do, I don't know your skill level, so I'm just going to totally assume, but you could do 250C or 450C, or of course the B class, up to you, or beginner, whatever. just do it for fun. You're 23. All right, I just checked my phone to make sure it was still recording, and it cut off at 10 minutes. So I've been talking a little bit. Luckily, I didn't go that far. But so that question was CJ Smith, and I don't remember exactly what I was saying. But you're 23. You're not looking to get a pro ride. You're not looking to get sponsored. Just have fun with it, man. Go to the track, meet some friends. Maybe you can carpool with them to the next race, pit with them. And just take racing as fun as possible. Just think of it as riding with your friends. The only difference is you're leaving the gate at the same time. That's the only thing. Jonathan Yinger, what do you think of the Husqvarna FS450? I'm astonished that they built a true supermoto. Jonathan, I didn't even know anything of the FS450 until your comment, so I have no thoughts on it. I'm sorry. Luke Rathwell, will you ever do a meetup so we can all ride with and or meet you? Dude, I do a meetup every weekend at Aztec. I'm just kidding, but I can't really do that because, like, let's say I did do a legit meetup in Texas. People from Florida couldn't come. People from Texas couldn't come. I mean, they're in Texas. People from California couldn't come. I realize that my subscriber base is like 12 to 18-year-olds. And I know there's people younger. I know there's people older. But it's not a demographic where you have the money or the time that you can drive out. Because you have to drive. You couldn't fly, so you could have a bike. But I think that a meetup would be a huge fail. If I did a meetup in, I don't know, I can't even think of like let's just say Millville. If I did a meetup in Millville at the track, the only people who would come are the people who live right there. It's not like people are going to drive across the United States to come ride with me. So I'm not going to do that. Destroy All asks, how much do you bench, bruh? Not enough, man, not enough. He also says Soar is as loyal as a dog. When I first recorded this, I grabbed Soar and I was like, oh, look at her. But she's over there eating food now, so you can't see her. But yeah, she's awesome. Jake Harthill, DeeO, what is your thoughts on Brett Q and J-Law? Don't care about either. Brett Q throws a sweet whip. I used to really like J-Law, and then I kind of grew up and I realized that he's whatever. And I have that shirt that says Let J-Law Ride, and I find that shirt hilarious because it has his face all big on it. But I unfollowed him on Instagram. I don't know what he's doing with his life anymore, and I really don't care, to be honest. Jesus something Quinones V. Scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you for Monster Energy Supercross season opener? Dude, I don't know, man. I'll get more excited when it gets closer. Right now, I'm not that excited. Quags, this was a good one. With you getting pretty Bob Gnarly on the big jumps at Aztec and Lakewood, Aztec doesn't really have big jumps. I was wondering if you'd attempt a knack or ye old heel clicker on one you felt comfortable on. Do it for the kids, man. I really, really, really want to do a heel clicker, man. I don't think a knack would work very well because I'd be so afraid that you get the foot over and then not get it back and you land it like sideways and you could high side. I just can see that going really bad, but a heel clicker just, and I think it'd be really cool. I really, really do want to do a heel clicker. So I don't know if I'll actually pull the trigger on it, but I'd like to do one soon, Quags. I'll do it for you, and I'll do it for the kids. I almost said for the Quigs, the Quag kids, the Quids. Derek Heddle, would you ever race arena cross again? Maybe. The biggest issue with the arena cross, it's the same issue that I have with all the racing. You get there at 6, practices at 7, you wait around for your moto, you race your moto, you wait around for Moto 2, you race Moto 2, and by the time you get out of there, especially the arena cross I did, because the night program didn't start until later in the day, I don't remember, 4 or 5, 6, something like that, and you had to be there at 7, it turns into a whole freaking 12-hour day. Like, it was ridiculous to only be on the track for a total of like 7 or 8 minutes. So, I don't know, it was a lot of fun, but it is a full day commitment. If I had like a nice motorhome that I could chill in between the races and stuff, it'd be better, but I probably will in the future. We'll see though, that's up in the air. White Lightning, who is your favorite one of Scotty Kramer's friends? I find it awesome that you watch him too. Mine is Corey Puppy Arms Burglar. Corey Puppy Arms should have been a mini horse, will be your ring bearer, 540 Whipmaster Burglar, right? I really like, they're all pretty funny, but what is his name? Vinny Menino, the Let's Get It guy, I like him. He just cracks me up a little bit more. What kind of mic is that you use when filming gaming? It's a Blue Yeti. That was from Christian Roche. Huerta Designs. Have you ever been to a Colorado Avalanche hockey game? If not, is that something you might consider doing for fun with Allison in the future? Dude, I've never been. I definitely would. I hear the tickets are pretty expensive, but I've tried to get into hockey a few times before, and I just never have. But last year I watched the entire Stanley Cup playoff. and I would really like to go to Colorado Avalanche game. However, Colorado College, is a lot closer, and apparently they have a pretty bitchin' hockey team, so maybe I'll just go watch one of theirs. Honda Wolf 317, question for next week. Would you ever be interested in coaching a little league team, whether it's basketball, football, or whatever sport you choose? I think that when I have a son or daughter playing, maybe I would coach or assistant coach. When I was playing, my dad was always an assistant coach. He was never the main coach, but he was always the assistant coach. As you guys know, I'm really close with my dad and my mom. My whole family has been like that. But so he was always at the games, always at the practices. So since he was always there, he just kind of morphed into an assistant coach. So I could do something like that, I would think. It'd be kind of stressful, I would think, but it'd be fun. Honda Wolf also asks, how many fans or subs do you think you've met over the years? Quite a few, man. Even just in passing or at the track. I actually don't know. I don't know what you consider quite a few, but I'd say maybe 40 or 50 just in Colorado alone, which is pretty crazy. Maybe not that high. I don't know. It's hard to say, man. But quite a few. Spazbox says, great content. I've watched your videos for a long time. Do you think there is a new bike in the cards or keeping your 450? I already answered that kind of, not really, but someday I'll get a new bike and it'll be another 450, I'm sure. But right now, nothing in the cards. Shane Emmons, what do you like better, Supercross or outdoors? I think a lot of people are the same way, where halfway through the Supercross season, you're like, okay, I'm over Supercross, let's get ready for outdoors. And then halfway through the outdoor season, you're like, okay, I'm over this, let's get ready for Supercross. But if they do the Supercross Chase series, I think that'll keep it more interesting. And me personally, I like Supercross. I just like the glitz and glamour, and I like the big jumps and the rhythm lanes, but I don't know, at the same time, outdoors is just gnarly and brutal, and they're going so fast, and also there's big jumps, so I don't know. I like them both, man, I really do. Ryan Bailey, will you race Thunder Valley Amateur Day? I don't know, man. It's more money, it's stressful, but since I've been racing a little bit more, maybe. I don't know. But also that's usually like on a Friday, and I work on Fridays, and I don't really like to take a day off for that, so. NickDog154, what's up, DeeO? Awesome video like always, thank you. Question, what's your favorite tire to run? Mine's Dunlop MX-32. I have never had like a great feel for tires. I've ran the MX-32, I've ran the MX-52. I currently have the Michelin Starcross 5 Intermediate on my bike. I don't know, dude. I don't have that much feel. I like this tire I have on there. I like the Dunlops. I just run what you're brung. That's really how I treat it all. All right, next up, Trials Bike 2000. If you were to go pro, what two riders would you want as teammates, and who would you want as your coach? Well, there's a good one. Those are good ones, man. I'm trying to think of like a team that would already be together, and I would have to go, man, I think Honda would be cool. Cole Seeley, who just seems like an awesome, laid-back, cool guy, and then Ken Roxon, who's obviously like a young kid having a lot of fun, but is super fast on a bike. Of course, Cole Seeley is too, but I think that would be a fun team to be on, would be Honda. And who would I want as my coach? I don't know, dude. I don't know any of those people well enough to say. David Gooby, Goobi, Goobier. Hey DeeO, would you ever race a GNCC? I've thought about doing like GNCCs and hare scrambles and stuff like that. I never have, but I probably would. I think that I could have a good time, especially if it was something that was like, not like out in the desert or something. Well, kind of at McGray's with the sand washes, that was fun, but if there's more something up in the woods, like the trails when I go trail riding through the trees and stuff, I think that could be a good time. And then TJ Usselman, what's your favorite track in Colorado? Dude, I like most of the tracks. Jewel, I didn't like, but Thunder Valley, of course. Sora, hey. Oh my God, I'm sure you could hear her. She's like walking up my tripod. I don't want her to knock it over. Hey, come here. I'm gonna throw my slipper at you. She didn't even move. Okay. Lakewood Thunder Valley is awesome because it's a pro level track, of course. I love Aztec because it's close. I know the track owner. I know the whole staff. I'm really close with them. And also, you always know what to expect with Aztec. Unless it rains or something, but they have winter prep and they have summer prep. And you always know it's going to be a good track. Maybe not great, but it's never going to be complete crap. Again, unless the river ran, then it's up to Mother Nature. But then IMI, she's still messing with it. IMI was a lot of fun, and I need to go back there. IMI was a really good time, I think, because it was a little bit different. But I don't really have a favorite one, man. Every time I go to Thunder Valley after I leave, I'm like, I forgot how awesome Thunder Valley was, but I don't know. So I guess between Thunder Valley and Aztec, IMI is back in third place after those two. Not that there's that many tracks in Colorado. Like I said, I didn't like Jewel, and I've never been to Sweeney, which is one that a lot of people like. So that does it with those questions, you guys. Upcoming videos for this week, what my week's plan are, from how I feel right now, Friday night I'm going to be going out to Hopper's Supercross track again. I actually don't know if I'm going to ride the Supercross track or the motocross track or what, but I have a friend, Patrick, who has a school project he needs to do, and he was going to do it on Johnny Hopper, but at the Pikes Peak Supercross, Johnny actually crashed in the whoops. The sun was in his eyes. He crashed in the whoops, separated his shoulder, knocked himself out, so he's out for a little bit. So Patrick wrote me and said, hey, since I was going to do this on Johnny, but I can't now, can I do my project with you instead? And I was like, yeah, sure, dude, I'll be happy to help. So Friday after work, I'm going to go out to Hopper's again. Patrick is going to do his school project, so I'm excited to help him out with that and see what he comes up with that. I don't have any details on it, but I assume if he's doing some sort of video, because I know he's into video, he would give me a copy of it or whatever and let me put it on my YouTube. If so, obviously you guys will see that, but I don't know any of the details with that. We'll work that out Friday. And then I think Saturday, depending on how my side feels, it comes and goes. Sometimes like when I turn or twist or lift up my right leg because it pulls through my side, it hurts really bad. When I sneeze, I feel like I'm going to freaking, I don't even know, but it hurts really bad. But other times it's fine. I actually rode my bicycle to work and back today. So depending on how my side feels, Saturday I might do Aztec because I have my wedding coming up with Allison on October 1st, and that's, then we have the honeymoon, and I want to make sure I have at least a little bit of padding of money. And I just got paid today, like I said about Pizza Hut, but I need to save a little bit. So I don't want to. My truck is literally showing low fuel right now. It kicked on when we were driving back from the Supercross on Saturday, so I need to put some gas in it. But then go out to Aztec where I ride for free since I do some work with the track owner, as I've talked about to you guys before. So. Ride for free at Aztec. It's close. It won't take that much gas. So as long as I feel okay, I'm just going to do Hoppers on Friday, Aztec on Saturday, and then chill out on Sunday. So that looks like the plan. Of course, if I do that, I'll probably have like an evening with DeeO from Hoppers, and just like I did last week, where it's kind of a day with DeeO, but there's a lot of riding, not a ton of vlogging. And then Saturday, I would do my normal day with DeeO at Aztec. And then also from Aztec, I would do a real life riding edit. What I've kind of been doing lately is I'm doing a little bit of talking, and I feel like I'm doing a lot of riding. I think you guys are enjoying that, but I'll see how Saturday goes. But I'd still like to do like a condensed edit. And I still want to do one from Lakewood, but I'm kind of worried that the Lakewood footage wasn't that exciting. I didn't really do too much, especially because I didn't have that front brake. But maybe I'll do a real life riding. Oh, I'm like about to burp and then it hurts my side. Real life riding edit from Lakewood. That's still up in the air, but that's looking like this upcoming week. The next weekend is the final Supercross race of the series, which is in Kiowa. I kind of want to do that one, but it's also the exact week before my wedding, and I don't want to get hurt. But I don't know. It's possible that I'll do that one. If I do, I might be reaching out to you guys to help with some funds. I'm not going to do like a GoFundMe, but I'll have a link down in the description if you want to support the channel, if you want to shoot money to my PayPal or something. And I don't mean to sound needy, but if you want to see that, every little bit would help to get me to the race and entry fees and stuff. So that's what it's looking like coming up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know these weekly vlogs don't get quite as many views, but last week's got 1,634, so thank you guys who did watch it. I love when you guys are up to date on the channel. I hate when I get the same questions over and over, and I know I shouldn't be like that, but it drives me absolutely crazy. So those of you who actually watch every video, you listen intently, and you know your stuff. Like, it's really nice, and then someone will comment, they're like, DeeO, what kind of pipe do you have on your 450? And then one of you comments and you're like, oh, it's Two Brothers Racing. Like, that's the coolest thing. So I really appreciate you guys who take your time to watch this. One other thing I just wanted to mention, it's silly, but I am wearing this Samsung Gear Fit 2. I put it on Snapchat. I actually got this free with the Note 7, and like I said, I had to return the Note 7 for the time being, but that's why I'm wearing this watch now, which is a lot cooler looking than my old one. So you're going to be seeing that in my videos. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button. Next week, I don't know if I'm going to do another FAQ or questions and answers kind of thing, but be sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I'll be telling you to ask me questions if I do at Return of DeeO. And until next time, guys, looks like I'll be seeing you probably on Saturday with a video from Friday night. So until next time, take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice. I'll talk to you later.